Alrighty, today we're going to be talking about JB Weld. JB Weld. And what this basically is, we got a metal sculpture here, metal wall sculpture, and part of it has fallen off. It had two little spot welds there, and the two little spot welds came off, and now it has to be repaired. Now, would it be really easy to go ahead and do a little spot weld in two places? Yeah, if you had a spot welder and you were qualified, and yeah, that would be very easy. But a lot of people are not qualified to weld, and a lot of people do not have a spot welder in the backyard or the back shed. So we're going to talk about JB Weld because I believe this is just as strong. We're going to do the job with JB Weld, and I believe it's going to be just as good, just as strong. So here it all is. This thing sets in 4 to 6 hours. And then after that, you basically let it set for a day, and it'll be ready to go. It'll be cured in a day. So all we have to do is mix. I'll show you later. I'm going to show you exactly what we're going to do. But what I'm pointing at there is there are directions on the back, and the directions are very simple. We're going to go through it step by step. And first thing we do is the area where you're going to put the JB Weld, you're going to sand it down. Sand it down. It's going to take all the dirt and the crud and everything off of there, and that's going to make the JB Weld set better, and you're going to have a nice clean adhesive set. So make sure you don't skip this part. Use a little sandpaper, take all the paint, old paint, grit, dust, and dirt off of there, and then take a little rag and wipe it down, and you're going to have a lot better success. You see how we did that? Very simple. Your odds of success of a good hold are a lot better when you do this. So don't forget to sand it down. Now, you notice that little pointy thing? This is how we're going to open up the JB Weld. Use the cap, you just push it in there, and then that automatically opens it up. Now we're just going to put in 2 equal amounts. Remember, equal amounts from both tubes. We're just going to mix it together till it's a nice gray color, and that's it, folks. The good thing about this is we're going to have a lot of JB Weld left over for another job. Keep this in a nice dry cool spot, and when you have another job, we got plenty left for another job. Okay, so you're going to mix the black and the white together after we get them in nice equal piles there, so that you see how we get 2 nice equal piles. And you want to do it separate because then you know that you're getting the same amount. You don't want to put it on top of each other. Put it side by side. I think that's better. So now you've got the JB Weld spilled out on a little paper plate. 2 equal piles there. And now all we're going to do is you can take any little piece of wood spatula, any little wood stick or anything you want. Just mix it together. I'm going to use this little aluminum spoon I found laying around, and I think it's going to be good. It's the right size. This is actually the perfect size. This little aluminum spoon I got, if you're going to go with a piece of wood, try to find one about this size with a flat edge, and it's going to be easier to put it on there. Now all we do is we mix it together till we get a nice gray consistency, and you've got you've got a good 15 minutes to play with it, but don't play around with it too long because it sets quickly. And I think you should be able to get your job done within 10-15 minutes. You should be able to get it on there. So there we go. Just like I said, mix it around till you get to a nice gray consistency. Now this is going to dry. When it dries, it's going to be a light gray color also. I think it'll dry a little lighter than what you see here. So once we get this all mixed up, then you're just going to apply it to wherever you want the 2 metals to meet. Now you see there where I sanded that down. Sanded that down and made it nice and clean. That's very important. Don't forget to clean the area, because if you don't clean all the dirt off, there's a chance that the connection won't work. So you notice I'm just going to apply it on there. And I am being pretty messy here. I would recommend that you put paper down, a newspaper down. It's because this stuff gets on the ground, it gets messy. So here we go. It's on there. Now when I put it in place there, I did take the spoon and I let it drip down there a little bit extra on the back. It's hard to explain. But once you get this in place, you don't want to move it. See? And you see how I got the paper? See, that would have been nice if I had paper plates, or if I'd had some sort of paper underneath there, and I wouldn't have that mess there. So you learn from my mistakes. I'm always making a big mess, but this sculpture is more important than my mess. So here's the back part. You see how I let it drip down there, and I got a nice coating between the two metals. I got it nice and coated. So I believe this is going to be a very good connection. And then we're going to be able to hang this up on the barn. And metal artwork is perfect for outdoor on the metal barn. See how I just let it drip down between the two pieces? And then you just let it sit. Let it sit for 6 hours.